Hey y'all, so Dr. J, and I am in Bangkok, Thailand on the Real World Climate Change Tour. So this is really the start of my travels around the globe to investigate how climate change is impacting places and the people who reside in those places. And so as I'm sort of sitting here, catching my breath, and pretty much sweltering in the heat, thought of you guys. So in the early part of 106, during the first week or so, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about temperature controls and what really controls the temperature of a spot. And you probably know that closer to the equator, it's typically warmer. There's the so-called tropical climates. And as you move toward the higher latitudes, it generally gets cooler. And one of the big drivers of why it's hotter near the Earth's midsection, around the equator, and it gets colder as you move to more northerly or more southerly latitudes in the southern hemisphere. We got to remember that there are two halves to the Earth, so to speak, is this idea of direct versus indirect insolation. Not insolation, but insolation. And that stands for incoming solar radiation. And because of Earth-Sun geometry, which you're going to be learning about, the equatorial regions of the world tend to get more direct sunlight throughout the entire year. And by direct sunlight, we mean that the Earth is striking the Earth in a 90-degree or perpendicular fashion. And only between 23.5 degrees north and 23.5 degrees south do those latitudes ever receive perfectly direct insolation. As you move north of 23.5 north or south of 23.5 south, the sunlight comes in a more indirect fashion. The sun has a lower angle in the sky, so to speak. And and you're going to be learning about the reasons for this, but direct insolation heats the ground, the Earth's surface, much more than does indirect incoming sunlight. So I'm down here in Bangkok, Thailand. It's May 11th right now, right? And the direct rays of the sun now are in the northern hemisphere. Bangkok is, I think, in the order of maybe about 9 or 10 degrees north latitude. So the direct rays of the sun are pretty close to Bangkok right now, and oh my God, it is crazy sweltering here. And it's also rather humid because with the hotter temperatures, you can evaporate more moisture from the ocean, and we're not that far from the ocean here. Southeast Asia is kind of surrounded by the Indian Ocean and parts of the Pacific. So copious amounts of humidity, really strong sunlight, that all adds up to some really warm temperatures here. Every now and then I catch a little bit of a breeze in this tropical climate, but it's close to noon when the direct sunlight on a given day is closest to being overhead. So anyway, just some musings here on what controls the temperature of a place, and really direct versus indirect sunlight, or insolation as we use that term, is really critically important. Okay, you'll be learning about that. I'm going to take a little break here, having a cup of coffee in the heat. Actually cools you down supposedly, and work on this green tea kind of. It's kind of like a I can't think of the name of it. Kind of like a one of these little sponge cream cake desserts. But anyway, I'm going to kind of chill out, and I hope you guys are enjoying the course. Dr. J signing off from Bangkok, Thailand. Ciao.